येनाक्षरसमां नायम् अधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। येन धौता गिरः पुंसां विमलैः शब्दवारिभिः तमश्चज्ञानजं भिन्नं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्। In yesterday class, we learned the classification of swaras into Rasva, Dirgha, Pluta, and Udatta, Anudata, Swaritaha, as well as Anunasikaha, Ananunasikaha. Now, today we shall learn the sutras which define these sangas. The first sutra which defined Rasva, Dirgha, Plutaha is Ukaloj Rasva, Dirgha, Plutaha. 1 to 27. The Padacheda, Ukalaha, Ach, Rasva, Dirgha, Plutaha. Ukalaha, here Purva Rupa Sandhi is there. O followed by A. O followed by A. So there will be Purva Rupa. Here Visarga has been converted to Ukara and Ha. The Sakara from La and Ukara, they combine together to form Okara by Guna. O plus A, it becomes O, Purva Rupa. Ukaloch, then Chakara followed by Hakara. When that Jai letters, there is Sutra, Jayohonyatarasyam. Jai means from Jhabai, Gadadash, Jabagadash, Kapachatata Chatatau, Kapai, up to there. It doesn't include Shashasa and Ha and the first Yaralava and Varga Panchama, Yamangananam. It means the first Varga Pratama, Varga Dvitiya, Varga Tritiya and Varga Panchama. Kshamyatam, Varga Chaturtha. The first four in each Varga. Totally 20 letters. Jai. When that Jai letters are followed by Hakara, this Hakara, then there will be this undergoes Jashtva. Chakara gets converted to Jakara, and this Ha gets converted to respective Savarna of that Varga. For example, if it is Cha, it is from Chavarga, so the respective equivalent Savarna for Ha in that Varga is Cha, Mahaprana Cha. If it is Ka or Ga or Kha, any one that from from anyone from that four Ka Ka Ga Ga Nya, sorry, Ka Ka Ga Ga. If any one of is there here, then this Hakara gets converted to Kha, Mahaprana Kha. Similarly, if there is Ta here, this Ha gets converted to Dha. If Tata Da Dha, if any one of them is present here, this Hakara gets converted into Dha, Mahaprana. Similarly, Papa, Baba, if there is any one of them, then Hakara gets converted to Bha. So here Cha is there, which is followed by Hakara. So this Hakara has been converted to Mahaprana Cha. So it is Jrasva. Similarly, Jagat Hitaya. It becomes Jagadhitaya, Dhitaya. Rasva Dirgha Plutaha. Ukalaha. This is Pratama Vibhakti Ekavachana. Ach again Pratama Vibhakti Ekavachana. Rasva Dirgha Plutaha. Pratama Vibhakti Ekavachana. Here, Ukalaha means the time required for the pronunciation of U. Ach means the swaras. A, E, U, Rulu, E, O, I, O. All the Ach letters. They are called as Rasva Dirgha Plutaha, respectively. Here, U, the letter U is formed by Savarna Dirgha Sandhi like this. U is actually, it is the resultant letter from Savarna Dirgha of these three letters. U, U, U. First, these two combine. First, U and U. Again, it becomes Dirgha. It becomes Dirgha, U plus U by Savarna Dirgha Sandhi. And again, there is this Dirgha and the product, not this Dirgha. That resultant Dirgha will be there, no? Nothing but this one only. That combines with this Pluta O. Again, the resultant letter will be Dirgha only. So, this is how this U has been formed. We cannot understand that from by looking at the sutra, but we have to rely on commentaries which say so, which comment like that. So this U is formed by these three letters. So Ukalaha means that time which is required for the pronunciation of U, U and U, Ach, this swaras, Rasva Dirgha Plutaha. It means those Ach letters which require the time for its pronunciation as that of the time which is required by this letter, then it is they are called as rasva. If a ach letter requires that much of time which is required for the pronunciation of this letter, that ach letter is called as dirgha, and that ach letter which requires the time which is required for the pronunciation of this letter, that ach is called as pluta. This is the meaning of this sutra. Okay, actually, it is not even like rasva means this much of time. Dirgha means this much of time. It is not like that. Rasva means half second. Dirgha means 1 second. It's not like that. Actually, in conventional grammar classes, we study the time required for rasva is called as ekamatra, 1 matra, and that which is required for dirgha is 2 matra, and pluta are those which require 3 matra time for their pronunciation. It is roughly 1:2:3 ratio of time. But it is not so exactly like that. This is the meaning of this sutra. The Ach letters are called as Rasva, Dirgha, Pluta respectively, which require the time for their pronunciation as that of U, U and U. And this U is formed by Savarna Dirgha Sandhi, as I told already. This is about this sutra. If you want to ask anything, you can ask. Rasva Dirgha Plutaha. The next sutra is Uchchair Udattaha. The sutra which define Udatta Sangna Apswara. Nichair Anudattaha. Samahara Swaritaha. Ukaloj Rasva Dirgha Plutaha is 1 to 27. There is one more sutra, Achaha. Achascha 1 to 28, then 1 to 29. That Hach comes as Anurutti from that sutra. Ukala Rasva Dirgha Plutaha. These three sutras define three Sangnas. The first one Udattaha, second Anudattaha, third one Svaritaha. In the previous sutra, the same sutra, single sutra defines all the three Sangnas, Rasva, Dirgha, Plutaha. Here, for three Sangnas, three sutras are there. The first one is Uchair Udattaha, Nichair Anudattaha, Samahara Svaritaha. Uchair Udattaha. If you do Padacheda, Uchaihe Udattaha. Uchaihe Udattaha. When Visarga, the letter before Visarga is other than Akara or Akara, Dirgha, and the letter after Visarga is a letter other than any vowel for that matter, then this Visarga gets converted to Refa. So it becomes Uchair Udattaha. Uchair Udattaha. Similarly, the same rule applies in this also. Nichair Anudattaha. Uchaihe. This word is Avyaya. So it doesn't have any vibhakti here. It is written as 00. Similarly, Nichaihe also Udattaha. Sorry, Avyayah. Uchaihe Udattaha. The meaning of this sutra is the touch letter which is pronounced using the upper portion or upper half of its Ucharana Sthana is called as Udattaha. During the pronunciation, the air Vayuhu, the air moves through the Ucharana Sthana. So if the air moves in the upper half of the Ucharana Sthana, then it is called as Udattaha. For example, the Ucharana Sthana for Akara is Kantaha. So if the air moves in the upper portion of the Kanta during the pronunciation of Akara, then that Akara is called as Udatta Akaraha. Similarly, for other letters also. If the H letter is pronounced using the upper portion, upper half of its Ucharana Sthana. Different swaras have different Ucharana Sthana. Then that H letter is called as Udattaha. And it doesn't have any marking while writing as we saw yesterday. Then Nichair Anudattaha is the Padacheda of Nichaihe Anudattaha is the Padacheda of Nichair Udattaha. It is the meaning of this sutra is if a H letter is pronounced using the lower portion of its Ucharana Sthana, then it is called as Nichair Anudattaha. And that horizontal line is drawn below the letter to denote Anudattaha. Then Samahara Svaritaha. Samaharaha Svaritaha. Samaharaha means combination, mix, combination of both. So, if an H letter is pronounced using both the parts, both upper parts and lower parts, if the air moves in both the parts of its Ucharana Sthana, then that H letter is called as Svaritaha. These are the three types of swaras classified based on the part of Ucharana Sthana which is used for its pronunciation. Here, Uchaihe means not louder. Nichaihe means not low voice. It is not like that. It is upper portion of its Ucharana sthana and lower portion of its Ucharana sthana. That's about Udatta, Anudattaha, Swaritaha. Next classification, as we saw yesterday, Anunasikaha, Ananunasikaha. The sutra which defines Anunasika Sangna is Mukhanasika Vachanonunasikaha. Padachedah Mukhanasika Vachanaha Anunasikaha. Same Purva Rupa Sandhi, Guna Sandhi, Tataha Purva Rupa Sandhi. Mukhanasika Vachanaha Anunasikaha. Very simple to understand. Mukha means mouth, Nasika means nose, Vachanaha means Vachana means words or ear, a letter. That letter which requires or which is pronounced using both mouth and nose. If the air moves in both mouth and nose, then it is called as an Anunasika. If a letter is pronounced using both the mouth and nose, then it is called as Anunasika. Anunasikaha. Which are the Anunasika letters? Sarveswaraha. All Ach letters can be pronounced using nose. They can be pronounced without using nose also. So there are two types of Ach letters based on this: Anunasika Ach letters, Ananunasika Ach letters. For all Ach letters can be Anunasika or Ananunasika. That we saw yesterday. And Varga Panchamaha. Nyamaga, nya, nga, nya, na, na, ma. The fifth letter of each Varga. These 5 letters, they are also Anunasika because they require nose as well as mouth to pronounce them. They are Nityanunasikaha. They are always Anunasika. There is no Ananunasika, Niranunasika kind of them because they can't be pronounced without using nose. They always require nose, so they are always Anunasika. So Nityanunasikaha. And 3 more letters are there which can be pronounced using nose. They are Ya, L, Wa, Ya, La, Va. These 3 letters can be pronounced using nose, can be pronounced without using nose also. So 2 kinds of Ya, La, Va. Anunasika, Ananunasika types are there. Only these 3. Where we see these type of pronunciation of Ya, La, Va. For that, let us consider this Charanti. There is a sutra which tells, the sutra is Anunasikasya Yai Parasavarnaha, which tells the Anunasika present in a word if it is followed by Yai letters. Yai, Yav, Yai means from Haya Varat, from there Ya, Yavarat, Lan till Kapai, all the letters. It excludes Shashasa and Ha. Kapai, Shashasa, Ha. Yes. Except those 4 letters, Yai includes all other Vyanjanas. If Visarga is followed, if Anuswara is followed by Yai letters, then that Visarga will be converted into respective Parasavarna. Parasavarna means with respect to the next letter. Here, Takara is there. In that Varga, the respective Savarna for this anuswara is nakara, because nakara is pronounced using nose. The tata dada, they are not pronounced using nose. So that anuswara gets converted to nakara. Similarly, if kakara is there, this gets converted to nga. If chakara or jakara is there, it gets converted to nya. Tavargiya Vyanjana is there, it gets converted to na. Yes, in anda, anch, anchu, anka, or if papa, ba, or ma, Pavargiya Vyanjana is there after this anuswara, anuswara gets converted to makara. That last anunasika. Similarly, if yakara is present after anuswara, then this anuswara gets converted into yasin. I will give an example. For example, sanyogaha. Here, after anuswara, there is yakara is there. So this anuswara gets converted into parasavarna. Parasavarna for this is anunasika yakara. If lakara is present after anuswara, that anuswara gets converted to anunasika lakara. Similarly, if it is vakara, then it gets converted into anunasika vakara. And this is optional. It is not compulsory. It is optional. Optionally, it can be converted into parasavarna. So we can either pronounce it as samyogaha or sanyogaha. So these are the different anunasika letters. Survey H letters, Varga Panchamaha, they are always anunasika, and Yalava, both kinds, anunasika, niranunasika types of Yalava are present. This is about the sutras which define the sangnas of different sangnas related to swaras. ಧನ್ಯವಾದः.